Hello everybody, welcome back to Pre-Match Posh. In today's episode, we are without Charlie. Nonetheless, the show goes on. So I'm here with Caden and Tobber, and we're going to be discussing Bolton Wanderers away. Our first topic for this evening, Posh smashed Cheltenham 3-0 last night after an awful first half performance from the Posh. Do you think we can expect that sort of first half performance, or do you think we can continue the momentum that we found in the second half into our away day?
You would like to think so, wouldn't you? But Bolton's not an easy place to go, is it? They've started the season reasonably well. Dion Charles is a threat. They've got some very good players. And you know what's Posh is like in front of a big crowd, don't you? Don't perform, you bottle it. Time will soon tell, but it'll be a tougher game than Cheltenham, definitely.
Yeah, hopefully it's another win, but I'm not expecting it. I'm really not. Obviously, we definitely take a point, even though we probably do need 3 if we want to be pushing for the playoffs, which is a bit of an out there thing to say, especially after the last few games.
At the end of the day, I really, really do hope we can carry this momentum. I know we're going a long way, and I know it's up in Manchester, and I know we haven't sold. I don't think we've sold many tickets considering the price of the tickets, but I really do hope we can take this momentum going forward and beat Bolton and make a statement win that we are still here to compete rather than this is going to be a long season. Right, on to my next point that I've got. With the likes of Dion Charles, I know you just mentioned him earlier, Tobber, is Bolton's strike force too much to handle?
We're going to struggle. We just have to prepare for it,
I really don't want to see another 5-0 battering like last season. That would be the worst thing possible. We need an away win.
I think there is a level of upset within the Bolton community at the moment. I've been seeing a lot of fans very split on Ian Evatt as a manager. Do you think that sort of split between the fans and the manager could create a toxic atmosphere if we go 1-0 up?
There's going to be a big crowd. You should think they get behind the team. And if they get an early goal, then we're pretty much done for. But if we're the ones to get the early goal, I mean, we could still easily lose. If we did get an early goal to take the lead, we definitely need to sort it out from how we've coped with being 1-0 up in recent games.
Yeah, and it seemed like at Cheltenham we needed their strike to hit the post to wake us up because we were going to be 1-0 down. It was very lucky that it stayed out of the net.
If they get an early goal, I don't see us getting anything out of the game. But the crowd will get behind them and we'll just go into our shell like we always do. Because our mindset, like I've said before, is not great.
We'll move on to our next point. Peter Kioso was the captain at Cheltenham last night, and it appears he will continue to be the captain. I believe it's probably a little bit harsh on Harrison Burrows, considering he was given vice captaincy to then have a low knee become the captain. How is that going to affect the mentality in the change room?
Well, Efron and Burrows clearly haven't done much as captain and vice captain. I don't really see Efron talking to the team. Same with Burrows. Yeah, I think Jono is more of a captain, but obviously he can't exactly be captain, can he? It was a weird decision, but I mean, I would have given it to Cipriani personally. You should think he's picked him as captain for a reason. So let's hope he's made the right decision.
It is a strange one. I personally would have never given it to a lone player, but Peter Kioso has shown this season that he does have a voice.
Just as a question, nothing to do with Bolton, but if there was a loan to buy option, would you keep him, or would you sort of think we could get better?
No, I would 100% keep him. I think he's been quality this season. He's been one of our stand-up players. He's been a really, really good signer so far.
Just as a quick one, we mentioned on a Sunday Night Live briefly about the formation, and we didn't like the idea of 4-2-4. I just wanted to know what your thoughts were on the 4-2-4, and if that's the way to go forward, or do you think when we go away to Bolton, we're going to get played through the middle?
For me, I think we need a 5 at the back. No way should we be playing a 4-2-4. I think I've said it before, but Burrows, he's probably a lot better from what I've seen at wing back. Obviously, he's not exactly relied on as much defensively. Back 3, for me, we should go with Knight, Edwards and Critchlow at the back. I think that would work, I think. But obviously it's Bolton, so I still think we could probably lose.
And Tobber, I know you're in the camp of a back 4. Do you still think the back 4 is the way to go?
We stay back 4 in my opinion. I don't want to see us look scared of opponents. I just want to see us go to games and look ready, look like we're going to win the game. But if we're going to Bolton and the team comes out and it's a back 5, I just think fans are just already disappointed because we shouldn't be scared of these. We're one of the best teams in this league.
And especially keeping Ronnie Edwards and Jonathan Clark-Harris this summer window, we probably on paper are one of the stronger teams. Losing them in January, which is looking likely, could be awful for us, considering then we'd have to play Critchlow and Knight at the back, which doesn't instill any confidence in me whatsoever. But that's a problem we'll worry about in January. That kind of ends sort of the preview that I've got and the questions. I'll ask both of you and myself for your match prediction and your Peterborough United goal scorer.
I don't think Posh will score. I'll go with a 3-0 loss. And first yellow card to be given, I'll go with 9. Very ruthless, but I can't see any worlds where we get any sort of result. Obviously, we definitely take a point, but I just can't see it happening.
Goals. There will be goals on Saturday. I do think there'll be goals. I think both teams will score. I've gone for a 4-2 to Bolton. I think they score first, we level it, we go 2-1 up at half time, and then second half they come out, big team talk, and they win 4-2. First goal scorer, I'm going to go for Harrison Burrows.
I also agree with Tobber. There is going to be goals, and I think there'll be goals from both sides. Don't think Bolton's defence, it can be leaky at some stages. You know, we saw against Reading, a team that we beat, you know, they kind of got played out the park at the back. I think there will be goals. I'm going for a 3-all draw. I've got to be optimistic. A point I will take. Someone's got to do it. Prove that we can play against ex-playoffs last season and make a statement. Even if it's just a point, it's a point's better than a loss. So
who's your first goal scorer, Max?
I'm going to go with... I'll go Kipriani.
I got to say, when was the last time we drew away? I'm pretty sure it was Boxing Day.
I can't remember the last time we drew away, but by the law of statistics, that means we're due a draw away. So I can remember plenty of times we've lost away and won away, but I can't remember a time we've drew. So we must be overdue it, and Saturday's the game that we get that draw. Might not be 3-all, but I definitely think it'll be a draw. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and up the Posh!
Up the Posh. We're going to lose.
Posh.